Hi guys, and welcome to another unboxing and first impressions. Today we're unboxing another grail of mine, a watch I always wanted and finally got it. So let's open this very nice bag that's been tied up like this. Let me just untie this. Inside is the box that we're gonna slide out, then readjust the camera because this bag was simply too big. There we go. Let's move this away. Like I said, readjust the camera. There we go. And here is the outer box. This is a big cardboard box. When we open it, we are greeted with another Velcro type box, which looks like some kind of a utility crate or something. Over here we have the instruction manual. As you can see, we have this pouch that contains the international warranty. Here's the date of the purchase, the reference number of the watch, which you already know is the Speedmaster Professional Sapphire Sandwich, and here is the Master Chronometer certificate that has the serial number written here, and you have an access code here, so you can go to the Omega's webpage, insert those two values, and it's gonna give you the exact results of your own watch, which I find pretty cool. And then you can download it in a PDF format. You can print it out. Very cool detail. The leather pouch. Over here we have the warranty from the AD. We're gonna move that away. And here underneath you have this pull tab. If you pull it, it starts to slide out like slowly. Let me just readjust again. And it's a book on the Speedmaster. On the Moonwatch. So let me just move away. We'll just go through a couple of pages. You have the history and everything, how it all started, who wore it to space. Pretty interesting extra, if you want to call it like that. Very cool detail. And I like the way it pulls out, because it pulls out slightly slower than the actual tab. Very nice. Anyways, that's it. Let's move that away. You just slide it back in and it's gonna start pulling the tab by itself. As you can see, again, slightly slower. Faster than the book slides inside. So let's pull this out. Move this away. And here's the actual outer box that, like I said, looks like a utility crate. It has these pull tabs that use Velcro. Once you do that, you just pull them out like this, and then you open it, and there it is. Let me just readjust again. Over here you have this soft material, Omega Speedmaster Professional, and here you have the watch. If you pull this up, you are greeted with these like compartments, but they're not compartments. This is actually the watch on a pillow, and it's slightly loose because this pillow is too big for me, but Omega even thought of that. So if you have a smaller wrist like mine, let me just pull this away, you can pull this outer part away, and now the watch fits perfectly, even though it's sized for my 6.7-inch wrist, which is pretty small. Another detail that's kind of hidden is the fact that this is actually a carrying box for your watch. So if you pull it out, let's move this away, you can actually, and I'm holding the extra links here, you can actually close this one, click it here, and you can carry your Speedmaster safely in its original packaging without the big box. This detail I really like. Some people say that they missed the big box with that emblem and that loop. Yes, that was very cool, but this is more practical, and to be honest, this box is one of the largest, if not the largest boxes that I have of any watch. So Making it even bigger would probably be a problem, although I do believe those are going to become collectible. Anyway, let's move this away, let's move the pillow away, and get finally to the watch itself. So zoom in. So this is the 2021, I mean it came out in 2021, Speedmaster Professional Sapphire Sandwich. I got it at the end of 2022. After I got my Submariner, this was the last on my wish list, and the plan was to buy it somewhere in 2023. But due to the way you buy a Rolex Submariner, if you want it from an AD, waiting way too long, I mean, for me it was okay. Because I had to wait for a year and a half, I managed to save the funds for this one. And when I was going to that get-together that you saw the video, I contacted the AD. I contacted them a couple of days before if they have it available, and then one of the forum members actually called me and said they do, but it's reserved for him. But if I'm willing to buy it, he can do it. He'll let it go because he can wait for another one. I was very grateful for that, and I went there and bought it. And it is a beautiful, beautiful watch. If you follow my channel, you know I've made numerous videos about the Speedmaster, the old one. I really liked it, but I hated the T-shaped end links on that bracelet. The Speedmaster is not a long watch. It is a 42mm watch, but it's 42 including these guards, this asymmetrical case. In reality, it's more like a 40mm watch with a really short lug-to-lug of 48, which has been brought even slightly lower to I believe 47 something on this one. But the problem was the bracelet. The old one had the protruding end links that increased the lug to 54, which for my 6.7 inch wrist was simply too much, and I just want to wear the Speedmaster on a bracelet. I know it's a strap monster and I could have gotten the older one with a strap, but in my opinion, it really shines on a bracelet. So when Omega released this in 2021, they fixed everything I didn't like about the old one, but the biggest gripe was the bracelet. They finally included the female end links, meaning that the watch is lug-to-lug, is an actual lug-to-lug of the whole package. So now it's 47 from this point to this, which means that it fits my 6.7 inch wrist. They also made it slightly thinner, which is always a plus, slightly shorter like I said. They reworked the case a bit. I believe now the sides are slightly thicker and these bevels are slightly thinner. They added the dot over 90, the historical one. They improved the dial in my opinion, adding a stepped dial on the outer minute track. They also improved the movement quite significantly. Now it's a part of the coaxial family, and it's also META certified, meaning that it is within a couple of seconds a day. They also increased, I believe, the power reserve. It is still based on the Lemania that was base for the 861 and 1861, but this is now on a whole new level. Because of the switch to a coaxial movement, this is not as much of a purist's watch as the older reference, which is the reason why I went with a Sapphire Sandwich. If I was getting the previous generation, I would have probably gone for the Hesselite for the full-on Moonwatch experience. But if I'm already getting an improved movement, a modernized movement, a modernized bracelet that, although modernized, actually is more true to the vintage ones than the previous generation, then I might as well get all the benefits of a modern watch, including a sapphire in the front. I do have my Amphibia. It comes with an acrylic crystal. I wear that watch all the time. After 5 years of wear with about, I believe I polished the crystal about after 2, it really looks horrible. Horrible. It's okay when you look at it like this, but once you get to a really bright light or something like that, you're gonna notice thousands of scratches. Maybe I'll even put a short video of how it all looks under macro. So I wanted a sapphire one for ease of wear. I can wear it worry-free, not worrying about scratching it. And although Omega tends to do the AR coating on both sides, on the Moonwatch, on the Speedmaster, they decided to put it on the underside only, just the way I like it. So it ticks all the boxes, and the bonus is that this one is not only slightly thinner than the acrylic one, or Hesalite one, but you also get to see this movement, and the movement is really a work of art. It's truly beautiful, really well finished, and I can't wait to film it under macro when I do the full review of this thing. Anyways, let's try to put it on my wrist and do a loom shot. It's a manual wind movement, and the winding is pretty nice. Chronograph, it's a lateral clutch. It's not a vertical clutch, but it's okay. I mean, it's historically been like that ever since they came back from the moon, because the original one, the 321, I believe was a vertical clutch and a column wheel. This is not. Maybe that one was just a column wheel without a vertical clutch. I don't know, but anyways, I have no problems with that. It is a beautiful watch. We'll see how accurate it is. Apparently, it is very accurate. Anyways, let's put it on my wrist to see how it looks, and then we'll continue. There we go. It has been sized for my wrist, and as you can see on my 6.7-inch wrist, it does wear slightly big because the dial is big, but the watch itself is pretty small, and as you can see, because of these female end links, it can finally fit my wrist. The old one looked ridiculous. It was protruding up to here, and then the bracelet would go like this downwards. This is another story. The benefit of this small link bracelet is the comfort. This thing has so much articulation and so much movement, it gives you almost a vintage feel as well, but the links are solid, the end links are solid, and the clasp with the taper down to this, I cannot explain just how comfortable this is. The only thing missing from making it absolutely perfect would be the on-the-fly adjustment, because with this, Omega went with these two micro adjustment pins instead of the push thing that they have on another Speedmaster that has also been released before this. So maybe in the future they'll upgrade that. That will be a welcomed addition, but even like this, I'm pretty okay because the size for my wrist is pretty much perfect, so I don't really complain about it. Anyways, that's it. So let's do the loom shot, and that's gonna be it for today. But do stay tuned for the full review after I spend some time with the watch, when I do the macro shots and everything else. Okay, so let's charge the watch and we'll be right back. Okay, with the watch charged, let's zoom in, let the camera focus, and turn off the lights. And there we go. And just as expected and reported, the loom on this thing is crazy good. Because of the amount of how little there is, I mean, the hands are pretty thin, the markers are pretty thin, this thing is just amazing in the dark. I personally cannot believe they made such a good loom. I mean, that this small amount of loom can give so much brightness. Very cool. Anyways, that's it when it comes to this unboxing and first impressions. Do stay tuned for the full review. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.